Jimmy Donaldson, or as everyone around the world knows him, Mr. Beast. Loved and adored by many, and his work to entertain people as well as help them does not go unnoticed. But if I were to tell you that he was a government agent meant to influence the population of the world for global domination, we could start when he created his YouTube channel back in 2013 of February. Little Jimmy Donaldson, who was a teenager at the time, created the YouTube channel Mr. Beast 6000. Now this channel at the moment was dedicated to Minecraft and Call of Duty videos. He began posting videos just out of sheer love for the game, and he continued to post without much significant growth. But one day, he understood how to captivate an audience and grew his channel to 1,000 subscribers in just 2 years. A small stepping stone in his career, but one nonetheless. He worked with his friends with the likes of Chris, Jake the Viking, Chandler, and even Sneeko. Then all it took was one video of counting to 100,000 to blow up when he caught the attention of YouTube and the world. And the CIA? Yup, that's right. The CIA was keeping close tabs on Mr. Beast like they do to all of us, except a certain person. But they saw his growth on YouTube and saw his potential in the field of influencing. So after many meetings and deliberation amongst the teams, they decided to reach out to Jimmy to ask him a question. As Jimmy was walking out of a Quiznos, they put a bag over his head and pushed him into the back of a truck and drove off. Mr. Beast woke up in an empty house, where the director of the CIA said to him, "Jimmy, or Mr. Beast 6000, we've been watching your career very closely this far, and frankly, we're surprised that you found this much success. So we're going to offer you something special." Mr. Beast was hesitant to hear them out, but fearful of his life, he decided to listen to what they were offering. They said that they'll give him unlimited funding for all his videos in the future, and all he has to do is keep drawing a large audience and influencing him. That was the deal. Jimmy thought about it. In the back of his head, he knew this deal was too good to be true, but the money and the ability to have creative freedom ultimately led him to his decision. He shook their hands and said, "We have a deal." With his newfound funds, his ideas for new videos were unlimited, with the big winners being IRL Squid Games, 50 Hours Buried Alive, 50 Hours in Solitary Confinement. All these videos having hundreds of millions of views and millions of subscribers. His status was reaching unprecedented levels of fame. The CIA took note of this again, so he stepped out of his house made of pure gold. They put a bag over his head, pushed him in the car, and drove off. Jimmy woke up in the same warehouse and said, "I'm doing what you guys want me to do. Why am I here?" The CIA director came out and said, "We have a new plan for you. I want you to be the new head of operation lead. This operation will help use your audience to push you into the role of President of the United States. The people love you, Jimmy. Don't you want to have some of that power?" Mr. Beast thought about it again, and knowing how much he would love to help people around the world with his power, he accepted, and Operation Lead is now under his control. So after he accepted the role, he announced his campaign to the world through a YouTube live event, gathering millions of people. He then checked Twitter and saw he was trending #1 on the platform, all according to plan. He started his campaign in all major battleground states. In Florida, he promised alligator insurance for anyone and everyone. North Carolina promised to make them an actual place to live. Wisconsin will reduce humidity levels. Michigan will turn Detroit into a safe place. And Minnesota, they're chilling. He'll do giveaways for every voter with a chance to win an affordable home. Although this is considered voter buying, who cares? It's America. Election day rolls around and he completes a insanity run, sweeping the entire country and not losing a single state. The US has finally achieved peace, and everyone agrees with Mr. Beast. During his inauguration, he gives the US populace a challenge. On the first person to say President Beast gets their entire family tree free Feastables for life. After his speeches, he's sworn to the office. The CIA held a private meeting in the Oval Office. They congratulate him and say, "The real work begins now. We want to raise taxes for everyone, and say it'll go to funding housing for the homeless and other things." They also would want to throw anyone in jail with differing ideologies, as it may lead to a civilization that isn't wanting to establish a utopian society. Jimmy now really begins to question this deal. He believes people should have differing opinions and how that's ultimately what makes a country and the world great. He was also skeptical with the plans for taxes, as they may not be spent on what the CIA has intended for them. Jimmy rejects their plan and says he plans to move forward with what he has set forth with the promises he set with American people. The CIA director glared at him and said, "So it's really going to be like this, huh?" They knock him out and put a bag over his head and kick him into the back of a van. He woke up now in a different warehouse. The director said to him he's not complying with the demands, and the contract that they agreed to has been terminated. They took a piece of his hair and walked off, leaving him to rot in the base. The CIA drove away from Area 51 to the lab. They used Mr. Beast's hair to clone him and push their agenda to the masses. Jimmy was now just left to live out his days thinking about where his fame has taken him, as clone Mr. Beast begins to sway the population to one that would be totalitarian. Chandler begins to question Jimmy. He knew his friend for a long time, and the ideas and values he was pushing is something Jimmy would never do. So he did some digging. He snuck into the White House at night, into the secret vault, and he saw a board that showed the plan and the capture of the real Mr. Beast. And it also showed Operation LEAD, and the acronym said, Lead Everyone Against Democracy. He couldn't believe his eyes, and asked why would the acronym include the word lead. So he made his way to Area 51 in his Lamborghini. He snuck in with a little help from a friend, and then found Jimmy. When Mr. Beast saw Chandler, he knew he was saved. He untied him, hitched a ride on one of those alien crafts, and flew to the closest PC. He logged onto his YouTube channel and went live to the masses. He told the world about the CIA's plan and how they cloned him, and ultimately wanted to take over the world. The people saw this news and staged an uprising against the government, removing the CIA and cloned Mr. Beast. Jimmy took his rightful role as president, and in his tenure, Mr. Beast established world peace, no more hunger, wars, and free Lambos for everyone. And the world was happy. Until. Please like and subscribe, comment if you want to, and I'll see you guys another day. Later.